I just want to buy a house.
So I hear that we have to have 20% down.
Different programs, it's not like a one size fits all for everybody, right? It is, sometimes 20% works for long-term and short-term goals. Other times it doesn't, right? Some programs allow 0% down. Other programs are 3% for first-time home buyers and 3.5%, and they can go up from there. It just depends on the comfortability and the goals of each specific client.
So for example, I've got a buyer that says, hey, I want to buy $175,000. What does it take? I mean, surely I can get in for a couple $100, right?
If you use a down payment assistance program, some down payment assistance programs, there's different down payment options, and down payment options in terms of like grants. Some of them are deferred, which means when you pay your house off or go to sell your house, you can pay that loan back at that time. And that ultimately results in a lower interest rate at that time. So that means, yes, I'll pay for that later. So if you find a house that has substantial equity in it and you want to take advantage of down payment assistance funds to get into the home, but in the long run that you can pay that money back, that might be a really great program. There's other programs where it's repayable over the life of the program. And then sometimes there's just forgivable. So as long as you live in the house for 3 years and you can't sell it, you can't refinance it, but you basically get that money to get into the home to start building equity.
What about closing costs? What does that mean? What do they typically run? I mean, again, kind of going back to that 175 idea, what does that look like?
I kind of like to focus on the standard side financing just to kind of make this a little bit easier to digest. But of course, I am so happy to sit down with clients and go through different loan programs as far as down payment assistance, but on a purchase price of around 175 with an interest rate of 6.25%. Your monthly payment on that's about $1,500. Now, of course, that is with estimated property taxes and homeowners insurance. And so when it comes to closing costs, because I usually say there's two buckets. First bucket is how much am I paying for in a monthly payment? And then the second question usually is, okay, what are my closing costs? A closing cost of that stature, assuming estimated property taxes and homeowners insurance, you're looking at about $8,600 in closing costs. That $8,600 does fall well within what is allowed per FHA guidelines for a seller credit. So all of those closing costs can be covered by a seller, assuming that the realtor is able to negotiate those in the contract.